Before we dive into the hidden strategies of World War II winters, make sure you hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, and, leave a comment below if you're as fascinated by history as we are. This guide isn't just a recap of old war stories. It's an opportunity to uncover survival techniques that shape the course of history and honestly can even be applied today. For serious history buffs and survival enthusiasts, these winter hacks reveal the ingenuity soldiers and civilians used when faced with brutal cold, scarce resources, and life-or-death situations. Soldiers improvised layers using every available textile. In the bitter winter of the Eastern Front, armies lacked modern thermal gear. Soldiers often layered scraps of fabric, from old uniforms to discarded blankets, to trap body heat. This practice wasn't just about adding bulk, it was strategic. They learned to position thicker fabrics over vital organs and thinner ones at extremities to maintain circulation. Modern enthusiasts can replicate this by layering clothing with a purpose. Start with a moisture-wicking base, add insulating layers, and finish with wind-resistant outerwear. Historical evidence even shows that some soldiers stuffed socks or newspaper inside boots to prevent frostbite, a method that can still be adapted for extreme hiking or survival situations. Footwear was transformed into essential winter armour. Standard military boots were insufficient in sub-zero temperatures. Soldiers frequently soaked felt or wool inserts in oil or animal fat, then inserted them into boots to repel water and add insulation. Beyond comfort, this extended mobility, allowing soldiers to march for hours without succumbing to frostbite. To apply this today, treat wool insoles with beeswax or natural oils before venturing into snowy terrain. It's an ancient tactic, yet one that outperforms many modern synthetic alternatives in extreme cold. Heat sources were created from unconventional materials. When stoves and fires were scarce, both civilians and soldiers innovated with chemical reactions. Soldiers used alcohol stoves made from empty tins and sometimes combined sawdust with kerosene-soaked rags to create portable heat sources. For survivalists, replicating this safely can provide emergency warmth during camping trips or power outages. The key is understanding that controlled combustion and insulation work together. The World War II approach teaches resourcefulness in heating small, targeted areas without relying on modern heaters. Food preservation extended far beyond the pantry. Winter rations in the Second World War were often limited, and, spoilage could be deadly. Soldiers and families used snow and ice to store perishable goods, and fermented vegetables became a staple for both nutrition and preservation. In practice, soldiers would bury root vegetables in snow or sand to keep them from freezing solid. Today, prepping vegetables in cold insulated storage or using fermentation for winter survival diets, it really does mirror these historical techniques, giving insight into both food safety and nutritional strategy during extreme conditions. Camouflage doubled as insulation. Winter camouflage wasn't only for concealment, it was also a survival tool. Soldiers used white sheets, paint and natural snow cover to blend in while reflecting sunlight to prevent snow blindness. Interestingly, layered fabrics for camouflage also created pockets of air that helped trap warmth. Modern survivalists can apply this dual-purpose thinking. Clothing that conceals can also enhance thermal retention if layered with intention. Improvised shelters protected against deadly winds. Trenches and foxholes were standard, but soldiers often enhanced them using scavenged wood, metal sheets, or even frozen vegetation to block wind. Some constructed low-profile snow walls that deflected icy gusts while maintaining a compact, insulated space. This principle is crucial for anyone practicing cold-weather survival today. Windproofing can be more critical than insulation alone, and small adjustments like digging a shallow trench or building a snow barrier can drastically increase survival odds. Fire starting relied on simple chemistry and keen observation. In a snow-laden battlefield, matches and lighters were unreliable. Soldiers relied on friction methods, flint, and even improvised accelerants like candle wax or fat-soaked cloth. They observed microclimates to find dry materials, such as the underside of logs, which remained sheltered from snow. The takeaway is that understanding local environmental conditions can dramatically increase your ability to produce fire, a lesson that's just as relevant for modern survival training as it was in the winter of 1942. Morale hacks often doubled as survival tools. Finally, psychological resilience was a winter survival strategy. Soldiers shared small personal items, improvised games, or even simple music to keep spirits high. This isn't purely anecdotal. Morale influenced physical endurance and decision-making. For modern-day enthusiasts or survivalists, this reminds us that, mental preparation is as critical as gear. Techniques like structured group routines, small rewards, or even simple creative outlets can keep focus and energy high during prolonged exposure to harsh conditions. Each of these winter hacks teaches lessons that go beyond history. They are, honestly, practical strategies for anyone navigating cold weather with limited resources. From layering techniques to fire-making methods, these approaches really show the adaptability, ingenuity and courage of people facing extreme circumstances. Applying them today can enhance survival skills, deepen historical understanding, and, even improve modern outdoor experiences. If you found these World War II winter hacks as fascinating as I do, make sure to subscribe to After the Sirens, share this guide with fellow history enthusiasts, and leave a comment below with your favourite hack or how you might apply it today. These techniques were almost erased from history, but by learning and practicing them, we keep that knowledge alive.